Bob Arum versus Eddie Hearn, and I love it. Let's talk about it.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Oh man, I love it. Ain't it good to be on the right side of history? Ain't it good to, in this situation, say, I told you so? Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, Lions Den boxing community. Well, family and friends alike and haters, please tune in. I know certain names are buzzwords to y'all, so come in, smash the dislike button, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Because I'm always going to speak the truth. I recall myself, a lot of other people saying, you know, when this thing goes in the direction that they don't want it to go, all the finger pointing is going to start and everyone's going to turn on each other. They went from being a well-oiled machine to the Titanic. And I'd be lying to you if I told you that I wasn't paying attention and I didn't care. Because I love it. 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 I do. So in this latest article that I've read on Boxing Scene, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Arum is just taking a huge piss all over Eddie Hearn. They're still salty about this Fury and AJ thing not happening. And Eddie just won't shut up. So let's review it. There you go. In this latest issue on Boxing Scene, Eddie Hearn has diarrhea of the mouth, Arum said. He can't stop talking, and he doesn't think, because in the contract, which Joshua signed and Fury signed, we specifically had a section talking about the arbitration and talking about the possibility that the arbitrator would order Fury to fight Wilder next. So everybody knew about that. Now, people said, oh, the papers are clear. The arbitrator will never rule that way, but it's not a secret that it was in arbitration. And that this was a possibility. You scroll down, he also quoted saying, now Eddie Hearn was the guy who screwed everything up, Arum said. And the reason he screwed it up was the Saudis were happy to pay a tremendous amount as a site fee. Eddie got greedy and said, pay a bigger amount and take all the television and everything. And all the promoters, Frank Warren, ourselves, had deals with television networks. It became so complicated that it dragged on for weeks. I truly believe that if it had just been a site fee, we would have signed it. We would have announced the fight. The arbitrator, if he felt the way he did, would have given what's his name, Wilder. Would have given what's his name, Wilder, some damages. Like he trying to act like he forgot Wilder's name. He would have given what's his name, Wilder, some damages, but wouldn't have adjourned the fight. But again, that's all in retrospect. But Eddie should shut up and stop blaming other people. Instead, he would be well advised to shut his mouth and look in the mirror. This is Boxing Scene. I can go review it if you want. Let me say this before I get back to this. Aha. I don't care. What you feel the arbitrator would have done, Bob, is irrelevant because I know different. Have I not been telling you guys for almost a year that I know different? There's other reasons as to why the arbitrator ruled in the favor of Deontay Wilder. That's why he said it's all in retrospect. He believes if they handled their business a certain way. So he's really blaming Eddie Hearn for this thing collapsing. But here's the problem, Bob. Here's the problem. This right here. Remember this, Bob? Deontay Wilder's rematch clause against Tyson Fury expired in October, says Bob Arum. This was December 4th of 2020. Okay? The veteran promoter refused to rule out Tyson Fury choosing to complete the trilogy anyway if Anthony Joshua is defeated by Kubrat Pulev. All right? Let's scroll down a bit. Wilder invoked the rematch clause with little hesitation, only for the COVID-19 pandemic to compel Arum and Frank Warren to sit tight and wait until they could once again sell tickets. Ultimately, a December fight in Las Vegas for a limited crowd also fell through. In an interview with Mark Gatford and Betway Insider, Arum provided an update on the Wilder situation and compared the complaints made by the Bronze Bomber about that faithful second Fury fight to the rants of soon ex-to-be President Donald Trump. Y'all remember that? Running off at the mouth like Donald Trump, trying to say that he was full of crap. You know, when D started talking about how he felt he got cheated. The contract says Wilder's rights ran out at the end of October, and I really believe that the contract displays clearly that Wilder does not have a claim for a third fight, explained Arum. Wilder had some surgery, but that was taken care of in the contract. A 90-day delay from the date of the proposed rematch in July. And that has ran out. Oh, my God. It's one thing to bring claim, and it's a second thing to be successful. I believe that Wilder has no rights any longer for the third fight, and therefore his claim will be denied. But I can't stop them from thinking otherwise and taking it to litigation. But I think we'll have a resolution on December 12th. If Joshua is beaten and is then unavailable, I think we'll talk with Tyson as to whether he wants to pursue a fight with Wilder. He says right here, I believe that Wilder has no rights. I believe Wilder has no rights. He believed Wilder had no rights. Language is important, ladies and gentlemen. Language is important. Did y'all catch that? I believe. I think he said it twice. I believe. He believes. That doesn't make it fact. What were the facts? So you're blaming Eddie Hearn on one hand, but did you forget what you said back in December? When was this article? December 4th of 2020. Now, why is it that they're talking about arbitration? Why is it that they're talking about things that we've been talking about? I remember when he said this, the contract ran out. And then everyone ran online, oh, the contract ran out. We said, wait a minute, COVID put the whole world on pause. Remember that? Oh, the contract ran out. Bob Arum said it. Did he really? Let me read it to you again. Did he really say that? Just scroll down. It's one thing to bring claim, and it's a second thing to be successful. I believe that Wilder has no rights any longer for a third fight. I believe. Is he the arbitrator? I believe that I can fly. But if I jump off the building, what's going to happen? Let's say I jumped off jumped out of an airplane with a parachute. Did I fly? Nah, I floated down with a parachute. I didn't fly. Perception, language, is everything. I believe that Wilder has no rights. Who are you, dude? Who are you? Back up there, he said it again. The contract says Wilder's rights ran out at the end of October. And I really believe that the contract displays clearly that Wilder does not have claim for a third fight. There it is again. I really believe. In the midst of all of this, you know what he was telling Eddie Hearn? Shut up. You think Bob Arum didn't know what he was talking about? He said, I believe. I really believe. The article says what? Let's go back and look at it again. The article says what? Deontay Wilder's rematch clause against Tyson Fury expired in October, says Bob Arum. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said it expired. So he believes. He believes. Not factual. He believes that he has no rights to a third fight. That's what he said. Are y'all not getting it? He was planting seeds. It wasn't factual. And we said that. It expired in October. We said how? But in the other article that I read to you, where he was telling Eddie Hearn that this is his fault, they said, hey, man, everything was in the contract. Oh, you mean that contract that expired in October that you believed Deontay Wilder had no rights to? Yo, listen, back during the Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fiasco, you know what was brilliant about that? Manny Pacquiao would say one thing, Bob Arum would say the other. And we was like, they're not matching up. They're not matching up. These guys are not on the same page. Well, here we are again. Different fighters, same nonsense, same BS. They're not on the same page, and now they're fighting with each other, and I love it. Because when they report this on different channels, scroll down and read the comment section. It is hilarious stuff. It's brilliant to see all these trolls fighting with each other. I love it. I love it. Because you know what I always say, right? What does Drew Titan always say? Time reveals all truth, and a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. He's blaming Eddie Hearn. Hearn is blaming Arum. Frank Warren is sitting there like, I was just waiting for contracts to be signed. I don't know what was going on with y'all. Meanwhile, they're lying about contracts. Well, not quite, because he says, I believe. He never said it was definitely. He said, I believe. Uh-huh. A lot of people believe Clarissa Shields was going to get choked out the other night. It didn't happen. Right? You can believe all you want, but what's the facts? The fact that there was a contract that was in writing that he says Eddie Hearn knew about, he knew about, Frank Warren knew about. So then they're looking at Eddie like, what was all that running around about? Well, you said that it was a shoo-in. This fight was a shoo-in. No, Eddie, I said I believe it would rule in our favor. Never said definitely. You think Bob is stupid? He might be almost 100 years old. But he knows what he's doing when he says it. He knows what he's saying. Eddie misunderstood it. That's why he was telling him to shut up. But okay, you know, I guess it's not what you say, it's how you say it. All I know is that I like the melee. I love being right. I've been wrong. But on this, I haven't been wrong about any of this. I've been wrong like on certain things, like fight predictions and things of that nature. But as far as this is concerned, I haven't been wrong not one time. I told you. So deal with it. Don't care. Bronx on deck. Move!